Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the What If 1904 game number 2 of the World Series between the Boston Americans and the New York Giants. And let's take a look at what happened in game 1. Game 1, the New York Giants defeated the Boston Americans 7-6 in extra innings. And let's go to the box score here real quick. As you can see, the Americans got out to a nice lead. And then in the 7th inning, the Giants came back, scored 2, scored 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th to tie it up, and 1 in the bottom of the 11th. So we're in, hey, Carlos, now we're ready for game number 2. And as you can see, the Boston Americans, the top of the order, did a hell of a job in game 1 against Mr. Matthews, Ferris, Freeman, and Parrott all went 2 for 5. Collins was 1 for 3, and Patsy Doherty was 2 for 6. It was the bottom part of the order that had a hard time. Cy Young went 10 innings, gave up 10 hits, 2 home runs in that game, struck out 5. Gibbons came in and pitched 2/3 of an inning, walked 1. And for the New York Giants, and the top of the order didn't do bad for them either. You had Moose going 1 for 1, Gilbert going 2 for 4, Devlin going 2 for 5, Bohaumer going 1 for 3. Really, the whole lineup did all right against Cy Young. Nothing extraordinary out of anybody. Christie went 8 innings, gave up 10 hits, walked 1, struck out 4. And then Taylor and Wilson came in, pitched 2 innings and 1 inning, and Taylor got the win. So let's go to game number 2 here and check out the starting lineup. Hey, Doug. All righty, and let's take a look at Boston Americans lineup here for game number 2. We got leading off, playing second base, Hob Ferris. Batting second, playing right field, Buck Freeman. Batting third, playing shortstop, is Fred Parnett. Batting fourth, playing third base, is Jimmy Collins. Batting fifth, playing left field, is Patsy Doherty. Here, let's do this. Make it easier. We'll go to this. This will give you more stuff. There we go. And we can also make sure we got the cameras the way we want them. And here, let's see here. Cameras. There we go. Wide, low, center field. Yep. So like I say, we got Patsy Doherty leading off, playing left field. Jimmy Collins batting second, playing third. Chick Stalls playing center field. Batting third, Buck Freeman batting fourth, playing right field. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, is Freddie Parnett. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Candy LaChance. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Hob Ferris. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Lou Geyer. And on the mound and batting ninth for Boston is Bill Dineen. And the lineup Bill will be facing is leading off for the New York Giants, playing center field, is Rogers Bresnahan. Batting second, playing right field, is George Brownie. Batting third, playing first base, is going to be Don McGann. And batting fourth, playing third base, Art Devlin. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, is Bill Dahaney. Batting sixth, playing left field, Sam Meredith. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Billy Gilbert. Batting eighth, doing the catching, is Frank Bohauer. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, is Joe McGinnity. Let's get down to the field here in New York and get this game started, folks. And Patsy Doherty will lead it off. He's 2 for 6 in this World Series. He'll be going up against Joe McGinnity. This is his first start in the World Series. And here's going to be the first pitch to Patsy. Take a look here at the Polo Grounds in 1904. And here's the 2-2 pitch to Patsy. He squares around the bunt. Fouls that one off. And here's the 3-2 pitch now to him, and that is hit down the second. Easy play, 1 up and 1 down here for Boston. And that'll bring up Jimmy Collins batting 1 for 3 in this World Series. And here's the windup from Joe in the pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Collins. He hits that ball down the third base line. Hits off the wall. That man's headed for 2. He's got himself a 1-out double, folks. So Boston threatening here in the top of the first, 1 out. And a runner down at second for Chick Stahl. Chick's 1 for 4 with an RBI in this World Series. And here's the pitch from Joe. Another 0-1 count. And there goes the runner down the third. And he's out by a country mile. They just ran themselves out of this inning, I think, folks. Don't understand that. Didn't give Chick a single swing of the bat to drive him in. Here's now the 1-1 pitch to Chick. And that ball is lifted in the center. Oh, nice play. Gets robbed of a hit. Thought that was going to be in there. Let's take another look at that, folks. Nice play out there. That's short. Looked like that had a base hit for sure. Nice play. Delaney dives and makes the catch. So Boston, nothing. New York coming back. You'll have Bresnahan, Brownie, and McGann due up here against Bill Delaney. It's his first start. And Roger is 1 for 5. He's got a home run and 2 RBIs in this World Series. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. And Roger strikes out, 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up George Browning. He's 0 for 5 in the World Series. And he's first pitch swinging here. And that ball is lifted in the center field. Chick's got it for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Don McGowan. He's 1 for 5 in the World Series to get something started here for the Giants. Giants lead this series 1-0. And that's a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning. We go to the top of the second and no score. And we got Freeman, Parent, and LaChance due up here against Joe in the second. Bucks 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs in this World Series, off to a good start. And he's first pitch swinging. And that one's lifted in the left field. And Sam I Am, Green Eggs and Ham, makes the catch out there for out number 1. Now we got Freddie Parent up. He's 2 for 5 with an RBI. Again, having a nice World Series. Freddie get a board here. He squares the bunt. That's bunted down the third base line. And he's going to be in there safely. Nice play. Let's take a look at that again. Lays down a nice bunt. That thing just hugged the line, didn't it? Good job. So now you got 1 on with 1 out for Candy LaChance. Candy's 0 for 5. Can he get his first base hit here? Freddie down at first has got great speed. A double probably scores him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that ball is hit down the short. Only plays over to first. And that's 2 outs now. And now you got a runner down at second and Freddie. And Ferris is up. Ferris is having a good World Series. He's 2 for 5. Can he get a 2-out base hit and put Boston on top here, 1-0? Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that ball's hit down the second, and that'll end the inning. And Boston leaves 1. We go to, hey, Aaron, we go to the bottom of the second. It's still no score at this game. And we got Delavan, Delaney, and Meredith due up here against Bill Delaney. Art is 2 for 5. Nice start to this World Series. Can he keep it up against Bill? And here's the 2-0 pitch. And that ball is lifted in the left field. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. So leadoff batter aboard with no outs. And up now is Bill Delane. He is 1 for 5. Let's see if he can get another base hit here. Art's got great speed at first. Will he be taking off for second? Lou Cryer with a decent arm behind the plate. Oh, cool. I hope you're enjoying yourself, buddy. And here's the 1-0 pitch. He squares the bunt. Nice bunt down the first base. Only plays over to first. Runners now in scoring position with 1 out. And that'll bring up Mr. Sam Maris. He's 1 for 3. He's got Art in scoring position. A single will probably score Art with his great speed. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that ball is hit down the second. That'll get the runner over to third, but now there's 2 outs. So it'll take a 2-out base hit here for Billy Gilbert. Gilbert's 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs in this series. Here's the pitch from Bill. And a 2-2 pitch is lifted in the left field. Nice play out there by Patsy Doherty to take a base hit and a run away from the Giants. Let's take a look at that. Nice dive and stop. Defense is on the game today. Easily single, maybe a double. Robbed by old Patsy. So we go to the top of the third. Still no score. You got Cryer, Bill Deneen, and Patsy Doherty due up here. Lou 0 for 4 in the World Series. Can he get off the snide here? Here's a 2-0 pitch to him. That ball's grounded down to first. Easy play for out number 1. And now we got Bill up. He, of course, his first plate appearance of this World Series. And you know, on this channel, we don't need no stinking DH. Can Bill help his own cause here? Here's the 2-1 pitch from Joe. That ball is hit in the right field. Should be a can of corn. 2 up and 2 down. We go back to the top of the order, and Patsy Doherty just had a hell of a catch out there on left. See if he can pay it off here with a base hit. He's 0 for 1 today. And here's the 3-1 pitch to Patsy. And that ball is lifted in the center field. Nice play by the second baseman to rob him of a hit. 1, 2, 3 goes to Americans. We go to the bottom of the third. Bomar, McGinnity, and back to the top of the order in Bresnahan. And Frank is 1 for 3 with an RBI in this World Series. His first time up against Bill. And he's first pitch swinging. That ball is lifted in the right field. That ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is off the wall. That brown-eyed handsome man's turning for third. And he's in there with should have been a stand-up triple. Why he slid is beyond me, but a lead-off triple by the Giants. Getting things started here in the third. Here goes Joe McGinnity, his first plate appearance. And Boston's going to bring the infield in here early in this game, folks. Try to cut off this run. Can Joe help his own cause and give himself a lead here? Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he lifts that ball in the center field. And like I say, we don't need no stinking DH. That's an RBI single. Joe's pitching a hell of a game, and now he's driven in the run. Let's take another look here. Nice, simple ball hit right back up the middle. Through the drawn-in infield, gives the Giants a 1-0 lead. So now we got Joe down at first, back to the top of the order, and Roger's having a tough World Series, but he has a home run. He's 0 for 1 today. He's only 1 for 6 in this World Series. Exactly, Aaron. Help your own cause, because we don't need no stinking DH. And he's going to square around the bunt back to the mound. Gets the runner down the second. So now with 1 out, Joe's in scoring position for Mr. Brownie. What can Brown do for you? He's 0 for 6 in this World Series, 0 for 1 today. He's first pitch swinging. He lifts that ball in the left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Joe's coming around to score. The ball gets away, high throw, and he's going to score on that E7. And we got Brownie down at second. Let's take a look at that. That was airmailed, folks. He was throwing that into Brooklyn. Gets over and cuts it off nicely, but then he just airmails this. Look at that. To the backstop, not even close. And the Giants take a 2-0 lead. Still only one out. A runner down at second. And Brownie's got good speed, and you got Don McGon up. See if he can do something here and drive it in and take a 3-0 lead. He's got a nice count, 3-1 pitch. Lifts that in. That's going to drop in there for a single. Here comes the throw home, and that's a bouncer. That was short. Not very good fielding out there by these outfielders. And it is 3-0. Now you got a runner down at first, one out. And Art's up. Art is having a hell of a series. He's 1 for 1 today. Can he go 2 for 2? And Don with excellent speed down at first. A double scores him easy. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And he takes off for second, and he's in there safely. Like I say, great speed by Dan. So now you got a runner in scoring position, a 2-0 count to Art. Now 3-0, and that's going to be ball 4. We got first and second, and all of a sudden Bill cannot get out of his own way. And the lack of defense sure isn't helping him. So first and second, Don at second, Art at first. Great speed on the pad. Bill the lane up, and Bill is 1 for 5 rather in the World Series. Let's see if he can get a 1-out base hit. Definitely scores Dan at first, on second. Art, a double will probably score him. That's a ground ball down the short. Can they turn 2 over to second? No throw to first. 2 outs now with runners on the corner. And that'll bring up Sam. Sam is 0 for 1 today. Infield hit probably scores Dan from third with his speed. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he's off for second, and again, he's out by a country mile. I can understand that in a way, trying to get another runner in scoring position. Giants lead this game 3-0. We go to the top of the 4th. We got Collins, Stahl, and Freeman due up here. Jimmy's 1 for 1 today. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. And that's going to be what kind of play was that? A shortstop in the foul territory. Let's take a look at that. That has to be a mistake here by Ootp. It sure didn't go over there. Take a look at this in replay. Yeah, it was just a routine ground ball down the short for out number 1. And that brings up Chick Stahl. He's 0 for 1 today. Can Chicky Baby, MV's one of MV's favorite players, and he get aboard here with a 1 out? And it's a full count to him. And that's hit down the third, bobbled. He's going to be on there with an E5 error on Delavan down there. He bobbled that. And now we got a runner in first. Chick Stahl with average speed for Buck Freeman. Buck's 0 for 1. He does have 2 RBIs in this World Series. And he's first pitch swinging. And that ball's hit down the second. Over to second for out number 2. So now you got Buck down at first for Freddie Perrinet. Freddie's 1 for 1 today. He's having a nice World Series, 3 for 6. Here's the pitch from Joe. And that's going to be inside. And he walks him. So now you got a runner in scoring position. Boston down by 3, need to cash in here. The Candy Man's up. He's 0 for 1 today. And here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's hit down the second. He'll go to the first, and Boston leaves 2. The game's still 3-0 New York. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, we got Sam, Gilbert, and Bowman up. Sam I am. He is 0 for 1 today. Here's the 3-1 pitch to him. And that's going to be rifled in the left field. He's got himself a leadoff single. So here comes the Giants again. Billy Gilbert up now. He's 0 for 1 today. Billy do something. Sam with great speed down there at first. Wouldn't be surprised if he's taken off. And he is first pitch. He's off and running. He's in there safely with a stolen base. So now Sam's in scoring position for Billy Gilbert. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That ball's hit down the third. And he's going to be out at first, but he gets the runner over to third, 90 feet away with one out. And that brings up Frank Bowman. And he is 1-for-1 today, 2-for-4 in this World Series. Yeah, I guarantee that is something, ain't it, Carlos? And here's the pitch to Frank. 1-0 pitch. That ball is driven down the line. That's going to score one. He's going to have himself a one-out double. Nice job by Frank. Gives the Giants a 4-0 lead here. Trying to go up 2-0 in this World Series. And here comes Joe. He is 1-for-1 with an RBI. He drove in the first run of this game. Can he drive in Frank with great speed down at second? Here's the 1-1 pitch. That ball's hit down the third. They look Frank back to second. Now there's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Mr. Roger. Roger is 0-for-1 today. Can he do something here with 2 outs with Frank down there? Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's hit down the short, over to first. The Giants leave one, but they score one, and it's 4-0 as we go to the top of the fifth. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Americans. Ferris, Cryer, and Dennehy. And Ferris is 0-for-1 today. See if he can get something started here in the top of the fifth. The 2-2 pitch, he swings and misses. And that is Joe's first strikeout of the game. That brings up Lou Cryer now. Cryer 0-for-1 today. Can Sweet Lou get something going? Here's the 0-2 pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts by Joe. Can he strike the side out? And it is up to his counterpart, Billy, not to strike out. Deneen 0-for-1 today. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. And that's a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 1, 2, 3, all strikeouts. Joe on a roll now with a 4-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Brownie, McGann, and Delavan up. And George is 1-for-2 with an RBI today. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he lines that ball in the right field. It's going to drop in there for a leadoff single, and the Giants are at it again here in the bottom of the fifth with the leadoff batter aboard. That's 3 innings in a row. Here comes Don. He's 1-for-2 with an RBI. George down at first with above average speed. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Nice bunt. Gets the runner over in the scoring position with 1 out. And that'll bring Art Delavan. Art's 1-for-1 today. Now he has George in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that ball gets away. Runner's going to make it down the third. And they're going to call that a wild pitch. So now the runner's 90 feet away. And a chance for the Giants to go up 5-0. Bust this game open, folks. Here's the full count to him, and that ball is lifted in the center field. Is it deep enough to score the run? Here comes the throw home, and he's in there safely, and it's 5-0 Giants, folks. Chickstall unable to throw him out. Now we got nobody on with 2 outs for Bill Dahlane, and he's 0-for-1 today. And here's the 1-0 pitch. That ball's hit in the left field. It drops in for a base hit, folks. And the Giants are back out it with 2 outs with a runner in first. And that'll bring up Sam. He's 1-for-2 today. And poor Bill's not having his best game, folks. 4 2/3, 9 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, and struck out 2 so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball's hit down the third. He'll go the long way over to first. And that'll retire the Giants, but not until they score 1, thanks to that wild pitch. So Joe takes the mound here in the top of the 6th. He'll be facing the top of the order of the Boston. Doherty, Collins and Stalk, and they get something going here. Joe's pitching a 2-hitter and a shutout. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Patsy, and that is hit down the second. Easy play to Gilbert for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. Yeah, Giants are in control of this, aren't they, Doug? That brings up Jimmy Collins. He does have one of the 2 base hits today off of Joe. Can he get number 2 here? Here's the 2-2 pitch. That ball is hit in the center field. And Rogers got it for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. We need Chicky, baby, to get a base hit. Chick is 1 for 6 in the World Series. Off to a rough start. 0 for 2 today. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball in the center field. And again, Rogers got it. Boston goes down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 5-0 Giants. Gilbert, Bomer, and McGinnity do up bottom part of the order for the Giants. And Billy is 0 for 2 today. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That ball's hit in the air out the right field. Bucks got it for out number 1. And here comes Frank Bomeyer. And he's 2 for 3 today with an RBI, having a heck of a game against Bill Deneen. And Deneen with the pitch. And he's first pitch swinging. He drives that ball in the right field. That ball is back. That ball is far. That ball is out of here, folks. No, it's not. It's off the wall. Sorry about that. But he's rounding third. And we have an inside the park home run. Yes, we do. Home run, Frank Bomeyer. Let's take a look at that, folks. Inside the Parker. Thought that ball was out of here on the fly. Driven into the gap in right field. Just short of the wall. Bounces off the wall. And he's already at third before they even pick the ball up. And they're safe with the inside the park home run. Great job by Frank. And that puts the Giants up 6-0. Oh, exactly, Doug. I don't know why he didn't want. Well, I know why he didn't want to play the World Series. Joe was pissed off at the freaking American League for firing him, so he held a grudge against the American League. That's why he didn't play. Here comes Joe McGinnity up now. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Nobody on and 1 out. And here's the ground ball down to the pitcher. He covers. And he's going to be in there safely with an infield hit. We don't need no stinking DH, Joe. Joe is 2 for 3 the day here, folks. Back to the top of the order, and here comes Roger. He's struggling a bit in this World Series, but he has a home run of his own. He's only 1 for 7. Here's the full count to him, and that ball is lifted into the air and foul territory. And it goes out of camera range. We'll do a replay of it, but he makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play up against the railing there for out number 2. That brings up George Brownie. Brownie is 2 for 3, having a nice game here. Joe down at first with 2 outs now. Here's the 3-1 pitch to him. That ball is hit sharply down the short. He goes the short way over to second. That retires the Giants, but the Giants add another run on the Frank inside the park home run. We go to the top of the 7th. The Americans are running out of outs. They got Freeman, Parent, and LaChance due up. They got to start scratching into this lead here. Joe's pitching a fine game, a 2-hit shutout. Here's the pitch to Buck. 1-2 pitch. And he drives that ball in the right field. And he cuts it off. And he's going to return to first. Trailing by 6. Don't blame him. Ain't no use trying to stretch out into a double. So Mr. Freeman's down at first. Freddie Parent up now. And Freddie keeps this merry-go-round going. Here's a full count. That ball's hit down the short. second. Can they turn two? No. They get the lead runner, but no throw at first. So now you got one out and Freddie down at first for the Candy Man. Candy LaChance. He's 0 for 2 and 0 for 7 in this World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him, and he is off and running. Why? Ask me why. Down 6-0. Would you run yourself into an out? Not very good base running. Not very good base running at all. Now Candy is up with nobody on and 2 outs, and here's the full count. And that ball is hit in the shallow left field, and that'll be it. And Boston leaves nobody on thanks to the caught stealing. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 6-0 Giants. And we got a pitching change here. Jesse Tannehill's coming in, and this is his first appearance in the World Series. Let's check out his stats for the regular season. He was 21-11. He had a 2.04 ERA. Not bad. See if he can make a difference here and keep this laughingly a 6-0 ball game. He's got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters up, McGaughan, Delavan, and Delane. And here's the first pitch from Jesse. And the 1-0 pitch. And Dan hits that ball down the third. And no play at first. He holds on to the ball. Collins has no throw at first. Don, with his great speed's already stolen a base today. Make sure I'm right here. Yeah. He has 1 stolen base already in this game. So let's see if he's off with a 6-0 lead here. Are they going to rub salt into the wound of these Boston team? Here's Art. Art is 1 for 1 today with an RBI. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and that ball is low and no throw, and they are rubbing salt into the wound. As that is another stolen base for Don. Cryer doesn't even make a throw down there. Let's see if this ends up in Art's ear. It could be an ear pitch here, folks. Here is the full count. And he's off and running. No, he's not. He gets back to second. I thought he was going to take off. Nice play by Lou to keep the ball in front of him. Again, another full count. And that ball is laced in the left field. And they're going to hold him up at third. And we got first and third and nobody out. The Giants just looking to pounce on Boston here. That brings up Bill Delane. Bill is 1 for 2 today with Dan down at third, Art at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's a strike him out and not a throw him out. So now you got runners in second and third with 1 out. And that'll bring up Sam. He's 1 for 2 today. Boston looks like they're going to keep the infield back and concede a run down 6-0. Here's the full count. And that ball is hit in the deep center field. But it's going to be caught. And the runner's going to tag and score from third. It's 7-0. Now there's 2 outs. A runner down in second. And Art. And that'll bring up Billy Gilbert. Billy is 0 for 3 today. Can he drive in Art from second with a 2-out base hit? And the answer is yes. That ball's going to drop in for a base hit. And Billy's rounding third, slides home. It's 8-0. Turn out the lights. This party's over, folks. All you hardworking people, as all Dandy Dan would say, can go to bed. This game is history. Here comes Frank. He last at bat was an inside the park home run. He is 3 for 3 today, having one hell of a game. Definitely going to be the MVP of this game. Got Billy Gilbert down at first. Excellent speed. 2 outs. Pitch to Frank. He's first pitch swinging. Blast that ball down the third. They go to short way over to second. That'll end the inning. But the Giants score 2 more and make it 8-0 as we go to the 8th. And we got the bottom part of the order. Ferris, Cryer, and see if we'll have a pitch hitter for Jesse. And Ferris is 0 for 2 today. Here's the 2-1 pitch to him. And that ball is hit down the first. He'll take it himself for out number 1. Nice play by Dan down there. And that brings up Luke Cryer. He is 0 for 2 and 0 for 6 in this World Series. Can he get off the snide here against Joe and get a little bit of respect for Boston in this game? That ball is hit down the third. Delvin's got it over to Don. 2 up and 2 down. Will we have a pitch hitter here for Jesse? Doesn't look like it. It looks like he's going to hit for himself. His first plate appearance. And that's going to be ball 4. He walks his counterpart. It's a good thing he got a 8-run lead. Okay, Carlos, you have a good one, man. Yeah, Giants are an override, Doug. And now you got a runner down at first. 2 outs for Boston. Patsy Doherty's up. He's 0 for 3. Boston needs to score some runs here, folks. That ball is hit down the first. He tosses it over to Joe covering, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. You got the pitcher due up Joe, and then back to the top of the order in Bresnahan and Brownie. And Joe is a 2 for 3 with an RBI today. He is having himself one fine game on the mound and at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Joe, and he rips that down the first. Nice play down there by LaChance for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down, back to the top of the order. And Roger, 0 for 3 today. Can he get off the snide? Here's the 3-2 pitch. That ball is popped up a mile high. And LaChance makes the catch in foul territory. 2 up and 2 down. Exactly. They sure are, Aaron. And that brings up George Browning. He's the only batting 2 for 9, but he's 2 for 4 in this game. George is getting hot now. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And he rips that ball up the middle. Nice play. Throws it away. That's going to be a 2-base error. Boston can't get out of their own way. Makes a fine dive and stop, and then throws the ball away, folks. I thought that was going to be out number 3. Freddie with an error. Let's take a look at that again. Like I say, it was a nice play to get to the ball, but then he gets it up and throws that ball away. Andy tried to get it. And that'll bring up Don McGon. Don 2 for 3 with an RBI. He's got a runner in scoring position and Brownie out there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And of course, that's going to drop in for a base hit. Brownie's rounding third coming home. Makes it 9-0. And the route is on. Old George Jones coming down the home stretch. And you got Art up again. Don down there has already stolen 2 bases today. Will he go for number 3? Here's the pitch from Jesse, the 2-1 pitch. And no, he's not stealing. That's hit down the short over to second. That'll end the inning. But the Giants score an unearned run and take a 9-0 lead into the top of the 9th. The carnage continues is right. Yeah, the race is on. Yeah. And the carnage continues. Joe with a 3-hit shutout. Can he keep the shutout here, folks? He has Collins, Stahl, and Freeman. 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Yeah, exactly, Big Clue. They are a hell of a team. Hell of a team. Here's the pitch from Joe to Jimmy. The 1-2 pitch. And Jimmy drives this ball into the center field. Drops in there. He's going to hold up with a single. Jimmy's about the only one here having a decent game. I think he's 2 for 3. Let's take a look. He's 2 for 4 in this game. Like I say, he's about the only Boston player doing anything. He has 2 of the 4 hits against Joe. So Jimmy down at first. Old Chicky baby, old MV's favorite players. 3-1 pitch. He drives that ball down the first over to the pitcher covering, and he's got himself an infield hit, and all of a sudden Boston's coming alive. Too little too late, I'm afraid, but there's no outs. Runners on first and second for Buck Freeman. Bucks 1 for 3 today, has 1 of the 5 hits. Here's the 2-2 pitch to him, and he strikes him out. I think that's Joe's 4th strikeout of the game, and it is. We're going to have a pitch hitter here, and Billy O'Neill. So what can Billy do? This is his first plate appearance here in the World Series. Here's the pitch from Joe. See what Billy did in the regular season. And in the regular season, he was, where's the total since he played with 2 teams? That doesn't have it. Doesn't have the totals. But for Boston, he batted a .196 for Boston. And he batted .244 with Washington. He played 95 games for Washington, 17 games for the Americans. So let's see if Bill O'Neill can do something here with Chick on at first, Jimmy down at second, nobody out. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that ball is hit down the second, over to first for out number 2. So Boston's down to their last out. We got Collins at third, Stahl at second. The Candy Man, LaChance is up. He's 0 for 3 and 0 for 8. Can he get off the snide here, even if they don't come back to win? Get something started. Put some life into this team. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that ball is driven in the center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit, and Boston gets on the scoreboard, and Joe can't get the shutout. It's 9-1, and now we got runners at first and third, 2 outs. Candy down at first, and Chick at third. And here comes Ferris. Ferris is 0 for 3 today. Can he get on base here and keep this game alive? Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball is lifted in the center field. That should be caught, and it is. Bresnahan makes the third out, and the Giants win this game 9-1 and take a 2-0 lead in this World Series, folks. Let's take a look here at the box score. Giants got strong performance out of Joe, who stymied the Boston Americans en route to a 9-1 win in Game 2 of the World Series. The Americans can never get a beat on the right-hander, who threw 9 innings of 6-hit ball. The Giants now lead the series 2-0. McGinnity was born in Conwell, New York, threw 135 pitches over 9 innings. Won't see that nowadays, while only allowing 1 run. Joe said, "We are 1 step closer to our ultimate goal of bringing a title back to the people of New York." The next game is set for Tuesday. They got a game day off, and they'll be heading up to Boston to see if Boston can change things, or heading down to Boston can change things here. Like I say, the only Boston player that did anything was Jimmy Collins, going 2 for 4. Everybody else struggled against Joe until that third inning. Base running sure wasn't their best. Collins and Parrott both got thrown out trying to steal. Patsy and Parrott both had errors. And for the Giants, look at that 2, 3, 4 hitters. Brownie 2 for 5, scored 3 times. Dan 3 for 4 with 2 stolen bases, and he scored once. And Art Delavan 2 for 3 with an RBI. And then you had Frank Boehmer 3 for 4, scored twice, hit an inside the park home run. Definitely should have been player of the game, MVP of the game. They gave it to Joe. I'd have gave it to Frank. 2 for 3 with an inside the parker. I disagree with Joe getting it. Oh, thank you, Doug. And like I say, our next game, take a look here. See who will be pitching for the Giants. Well, let's do the Americans first. Boston will be sending out Cy Young to try to right the ship. And let's see who the Giants are going to send out there for game number 3 and try to take a 3-0 lead here in this series. And first, let's go to the Giants. And Christy Mathewson is going to be pitching again, trying to get win number 2 and make it a 3-0 New York lead. I want to thank Doug Hunt, Big Clue, Aaron Reed, Carlos. I believe that was everybody that stopped in here in the chat for tuning in. And I think Bernie's going to have a game coming up here at 7:30, folks. So maybe after Bernie, we'll see what's going on, and maybe we'll do game number 3 of this World Series and see if the Boston Americans can come back here and make a series out of this. Right now, they have gotten beat around a little bit. 9-1 and 7-6. The pitching definitely isn't holding up for them. They've given up 16 runs in 2 games. Can Cy Young come back here and right the ship? That is the question. All righty, folks. Until next time, you all have a great afternoon and take care.